The endocrine system is a collection of glands in our body, in which all glands of our body come together to control different functions of our body, like food, metabolism in our body, growth, tissue function, sexual function, and there are many other functions that the endocrine system controls. In this lecture, I will tell you about the endocrine system. In this lecture, here is the list of topics we will cover. First, I will explain what the endocrine system is. Then, I will explain what a gland is. After that, we will learn about the types of glands. Next, I will explain the functions of the endocrine system. After that, I will name the glands and I will explain the functions of these glands. So let's begin. First, we'll start with the endocrine system with the definition. What is the endocrine system? Students, the endocrine system is a system that is a collection of glands in our body, in which all these glands produce different hormones. And these different hormones regulate different functions of our body, like food metabolism, like growth, like tissue function, like sexual reproduction, like sleep and mood. These glands are connected with each other and produce different hormones and control different functions. So we call this whole system the endocrine system. So let's begin. We will study each gland one by one. The first gland is hypothalamus. Students, generally the hypothalamus controls the body's temperature, sleep, hunger, emotions, mood. It controls all these things. But the hormone that the hypothalamus releases is called ADH. Its full form is antidiuretic hormone. What does the antidiuretic hormone do? It regulates the fluid balance of the kidney. The second gland is the pineal gland. The hormone released by the pineal gland is called melatonin. Melatonin controls our sleep pattern. The third gland is the parathyroid gland. The hormone that this gland releases is called the parathyroid hormone or PTH, and it controls the calcium levels in our body. Now we come to the fourth gland called the thymus. The hormone released by the thymus is called thymosin. What does thymosin do? It helps in the functioning of the immune system of our body and produces C cells. And what do? They help fight various diseases in our body. Now we come to the fifth gland called the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland releases three hormones in our body. Number one, testosterone, which we call T3. The second is testosterone, which we also call thyroxine or T4. And the third hormone is calcitonin. The thyroid gland releases these three hormones. And what do? They control our body's heart rate and calories. Now we come to the sixth gland called the adrenal gland. This gland releases four hormones: cortisol, aldosterone, epinephrine, also called adrenaline, and norepinephrine, also called adrenaline, and these hormones control our body's sex drive and stress. Students, these two hormones, epinephrine and norepinephrine, are also called fight or flight hormones because these hormones are responsible for determining which situation to fight in and which situation to escape from. So it is the work of these two hormones. Now we come to gland number 7, which is called the pituitary gland. Students, we call this gland the master gland. We call it the master gland because this gland controls almost all other glands in our body. How? Look, I'll tell you the names of some hormones. The pituitary gland produces many hormones, like ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone. What does this hormone do? It stimulates the adrenal cortex, which is a gland. The second one is TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. This hormone stimulates the thyroid gland. The third one is the luteinizing hormone. Another one is FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. It stimulates follicles. Another one is growth hormone, which controls growth. Another hormone is melanocyte stimulating hormone, which we call MSH. And all these hormones are released by the pituitary gland. And these hormones control many functions in our body, including growth and development. Because of these things, we call the pituitary gland the master gland. Now we come to gland number 8, the pancreas gland. The pancreas gland releases four hormones in our body: insulin, glucagon, somatostatin, and gastrin. Gastrin helps in our body's digestion. Somatostatin maintains salt balance. Now, if we talk about insulin and glucagon, these two maintain our body's blood sugar. How do they do it? If blood sugar level in our body rises, the pancreas releases insulin. Then what does that insulin do? It converts sugar into glycogen and stores it in muscles and the liver. Similarly, if our blood sugar level becomes low, the pancreas releases the glucagon hormone. And what does this glucagon hormone do? The sugar that we had stored in our body in the form of glycogen, it extracts it from the muscles and liver, converts it into glucose, and releases it in the blood. So this is how these hormones of the pancreas work. Now we come to the testes. This is the gland that is only in males. It releases male sex hormones such as testosterone, and along with it, it also produces sperm. Now we come to ovaries. Ovaries are female glands. They are only found in females. The hormones released by ovaries are called estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, and other different female sex hormones that ovaries produce. Today's question: name a gland that performs both endocrine and exocrine functions. Only a genius can answer in the comments below.